HIS, the Hospice Item Set forms, are an important part of our hospice documentation. Completing and submitting HIS forms in a timely fashion is a regulatory issue that can impact payments to your hospice agency. Hi, I'm Dana Larson, Hospice Administrator, and I want to show you how Hospice Tools makes completing and exporting HIS forms super simple. When we log into Hospice Tools, we're taken to our dashboard. We'll click on Patients, and we'll select our patient Samantha, and we're taken directly into her intake page. We see this page is already completed. These three tabs, Intake, the Contact tab, and the Financial tab, make up the patient's face sheet. We'll click on Printable Face Sheet, and we see that when it's in a printable format, those three tabs all together make up this face sheet. On the Intake page, we'll click Edit. When we're in an editable view, whether it's an existing patient like Samantha and the information is already in there, or starting with a new patient, next to a number of fields is the letter H in a blue circle. And what that means is that these fields are all going to feed directly into your HIS forms. Let's click the Contact tab and we'll click Edit. This is where Samantha is living. And again, we have the H in a blue circle. We'll click on Financial and click Edit, and again, we see the fields that will automatically flow into the HIS form. But HIS is made up of more than just face sheet information. We'll go into eDocs, and let's pull up a comprehensive assessment form. We see Date and Time In has an H next to it, and that will flow into the HIS form as well. Let's jump to another page in this assessment. We'll go to the Pain and Comfort Assessment section, and we see a number of fields that are marked with this H. All these fields flow right into the HIS form. We'll close this assessment, and now let's create a HIS admission for Samantha. We'll click on Hospice Item, Set Admission, and Create eDoc, and we see all that information from the face sheet and from the comprehensive assessment are automatically right in the HIS form. But the form remains in an editable state. This way, if the intake details aren't complete, or the comprehensive assessment documentation hasn't been finalized in time, we can always open the HIS form as a blank document or partially completed doc, and fill out any missing fields and edit any fields that were not correct. Now we've already done one of these for Samantha, so let's pull up the Hospice Item Set Admission form that was already submitted. And here's what it looks like when it's in the completed state. If we want to export the HIS form, we have a few ways to do that. Hospice Tools is set up to recreate a binder with tabs. We're here under All Types, and that means all the documentation in the chart is here filtered by date, with most recent showing up on top. We can click on the tab Hospice Item Set and bring up just the HIS forms in the patient's chart. And we can see here that form stored directly under the Hospice Item Set tab. We have this completed form, and now we can just export it individually with the click of a button from right within the chart. Another way to export HIS forms, either individually or in a batch, is to go right to the top bar and click on the tab 360. In Hospice Tools 360, we click on Export HIS Forms, and we can select any or all of them, and we can export them all at once. If we need to re-export, we can do that as well as many times as we like. There are no limits on this. And that's how Hospice Tools makes completing and exporting our Hospice Item Set forms super simple. Hospice Tools, how hospice happens.